So this will show you how to sew two weavings together. If you want to make your weaving wider so you have two strips and you're sewing that together. So you can use a tapestry needle with a fairly large eye and a blunt tip for the yarn to go through, or you can use a crochet hook. Either one works. I find the tapestry needle is a little bit easier to work with, but I only have a crochet hook with me today, so that's what I'm using. So first you want to start with the yarn that was used in the weaving so that it will blend into this. If you want to highlight the stitch going up, then you could use a different color yarn. So I'm going into the warp on both sides, and I just line my weaving up directly side by side, and then bring my crochet hook into the edges of both of those warps. So I'm holding on to my thread and giving it some tension to pull it through the weaving. And it's a little bit hard to see with the same color thread. So if your yarn starts separating when you're pulling it, give it a little more tension. Sometimes it starts unraveling. So I have my first connection here where I have these two, the end of the yarn here, and it's going directly to the side. So now I'm going to the next row where the weft was. So I go up one more pass of the weaving, and I just want to pull this yarn through. So you can see the pattern. I'm going to go to the side, then up, over to the side. So I'm just paying attention to the pattern of the weaving and making sure the next side is lined up, or the next line of the weft is lined up with what I'm weaving. And you can see with my left hand, I'm holding tension on both of the pieces of yarn so I can easily pull it through that weaving. Now I'm holding down with the yarn with my finger just to make sure it stays in place. So I'm finding, because of the way that I wove this, it's going to be easier just to go from side to side in a zigzag fashion. The eye on my crochet hook was a little bit too small, or the hook was too small to grab onto this whole piece of yarn. So I just separate the two sides, and I find the next area that I need to pull this yarn through,